All right, let's dive in. Today we're talking about the future of software. And, well, it's looking pretty wild.
Yeah, definitely wild.
We've got some seriously cool sources here that explore this idea that traditional apps might, like, vanish, poof, gone.
Right, just disappear.
And this is coming from no less than Satya Nadella himself, the CEO of Microsoft.
Exactly. He's saying that these apps, they're going to get replaced by something called AI agents. It's a pretty big prediction.
Huge. So what makes him think apps are going the way of the dodo?
Well, his main argument is that most apps we use today are kind of basic, at least under the hood. They're basically just interfaces built on top of, simple database stuff like creating data, reading it, updating it, and deleting it.
Right, like that whole CRU thing.
Yeah, CRU operations, exactly.
Yeah.
And Nadella is saying that these AI agents can just interact directly with databases. They don't need those clunky interfaces we're all used to.
You can just ditch the menus and buttons, like just tell the AI what we want, and it happens.
Exactly. It's like, imagine instead of clicking through a million screens, you just say, hey, AI, do this thing for me, and boom, it's done.
That's pretty mind-blowing. But is this really possible? Like, do we have any examples of this AI magic in action?
Actually, we do.
Yeah.
Microsoft, they're already ahead of the curve here. They've got this thing called Copilot.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. It's like an AI assistant for stuff like Excel and Word.
Right. You can tell Copilot to, analyze data or write content, and it just does it. And that's just a tiny taste of what AI agents can do.
So, hold on. If these AI agents are so powerful, what happens to all the companies that make software today? Like, are SaaS companies in trouble?
Yeah, that's the big question. And the sources we have really dive deep into this. If AI agents can just bypass traditional apps altogether, it could mean a total shakeup for the entire software industry.
Wow, that's a huge change. What would happen to all those developers building apps?
Well, imagine if, instead of building apps with all those interfaces, developers started focusing on building and managing these intelligent AI agents. It would be a completely different ballgame.
That's a wild thought. But wait, couldn't SaaS companies just become the ones providing these AI agents?
Totally. They could totally adapt. Imagine them offering AI agent platforms or AI agent as a service solutions. Huge opportunity for companies that are willing to, jump on board.
That makes you wonder about the business models, right? Like, how would that even work?
Right. Totally new ways of making money from software might pop up. Maybe we'll see subscriptions for access to super powerful AI agents, or maybe microtransactions for specific tasks they do. It's like uncharted territory. That's what makes it so exciting.
Totally. Okay, so back up a bit. How do these AI agents even work? What's the secret sauce that makes them so smart?
Well, they're powered by different types of artificial intelligence. And one of the key ingredients is machine learning.
Okay, machine learning. That's where computers learn from data, right?
Yeah. Some AI agents learn through what's called supervised learning, where they're trained on labeled data sets. Others use unsupervised learning to find patterns and insights on their own.
So it's like teaching a computer to think for itself, but in different ways?
Exactly. And then there's natural language processing, or NLP, which is huge for AI agents.
NLP, right. That's all about language, isn't it?
Yeah. It lets AI agents understand and respond to human language, which is how we'll interact with them, actually talk to them.
So when I tell an AI agent to do something, it's NLP that makes sure it understands what I mean.
Exactly. It's like the bridge between our words and the AI agent's actions.
Gotcha. That's starting to make a lot more sense. So remember how we were talking about Microsoft having a head start?
Yeah, they're all in on this AI thing.
Well, one area they're focusing on is AI inference.
AI inference. Yeah.
What is that exactly?
Yeah. It's basically using trained AI models to make, predictions and decisions. Think about those recommendation algorithms online or predictive text. Those are all powered by AI inference.
Ah, I see. So that's why Microsoft seems so confident about this AI agent future. They're already investing heavily in the tech that makes it all possible.
Right. And it's not just Microsoft. This focus on AI inference is a big trend because everyone wants those ready-to-use AI applications like ChatGPT and Copilot. They want results without having to, build their own complex AI models from scratch.
It does feel like the whole software landscape is, about to transform right before our eyes.
It's definitely a super exciting time.
Yeah. And speaking of exciting, let's talk about something else these AI agents could revolutionize. Customer service.
Yeah, customer service is ripe for disruption. Right, you need help with something, but instead of waiting on hold forever, you just chat with an AI.
Okay, that sounds way better already. But how would that actually work?
These AI customer service agents, they can handle a ton of different tasks,
Okay.
from, basic questions to more complex issues.
So they can actually understand what I'm asking and give me a real answer.
Oh, yeah, totally. And the cool thing is, they can access and process customer data like super fast, right in the moment. So they can give you really personalized responses and solutions.
Okay, that's impressive. But what about those times when you really need to talk to a human, like a real person? Can AI handle that?
That's a good point, and it's something the sources we've got, they actually address it. Like, AI is getting crazy good at handling complex conversations. But yeah, there will probably always be times when you just need a human touch,
Right, like for those really sensitive situations where you need empathy and understanding.
Exactly. So it's not about replacing human agents completely, but making them even better. Like, let the AI handle all the routine stuff, the basic questions, and then the human agents can focus on those interactions that really need a personal touch.
I like that. It's like a win-win for everyone. Customers get faster service, and agents can focus on the more challenging, rewarding stuff.
Right. Plus, companies save a ton of money.
Oh, yeah. That's got to be a big factor for businesses. How so?
Well, think about it. AI agents can handle way more interactions than humans can, right? So you might not need as big of a customer service team. Plus, they can work like 24/7, no overtime pay needed.
So we're talking increased efficiency, lower costs, and happier customers. That's a pretty compelling argument for using AI in customer service.
It is. But, we got to remember, using AI agents effectively, it takes some, careful planning and execution. Companies would need to invest in training those agents, making sure they work smoothly with the systems they already have, and, making sure the agents actually reflect the company's brand and values and all that.
Right, you can't just plug in an AI and expect miracles. You need a strategy.
Exactly. And companies have to remember, these AI agents, they're tools. Powerful tools, sure, but still tools. You got to use them thoughtfully and ethically if you really want to improve the customer experience.
Totally agree. Okay, so we've talked about how AI agents could change how we use software and how they could revolutionize customer service. But let's bring it down to earth for a minute. How could AI agents impact our everyday lives?
Ooh, that's a good one. So imagine you've got this AI agent that helps you with personal productivity. It could manage your schedule, filter all those emails, even create reports and presentations based on what you tell it to do.
That sounds amazing. I could definitely use some help with all that stuff. But beyond work, what else could AI agents do for us?
Oh man, think about everything you do online. Shopping, booking travel, managing your money, all that stuff. AI agents can make it all so much faster and easier and more personalized.
More personalized. How so?
Imagine an AI that helps you find the best travel deals, tracks your spending, and alerts you to, savings. It could even plan your entire vacation for you.
Okay, that's seriously cool. As someone who is terrible at planning trips, I would love that.
And the best part, these agents, they actually learn your preferences over time, so they can give you even more personalized recommendations.
So it's not just about getting things done faster. It's about having an AI that actually knows you and understands what you like.
Exactly. And this level of personalization, it could go way beyond just travel and shopping, right? Imagine an AI that curates your news feed so you only see stuff you care about, or one that recommends books and movies you might enjoy. It could even help you learn new things.
That sounds straight out of science fiction. It's crazy to think about all the possibilities.
It is super exciting. Of course, there are challenges, but the potential for AI to improve our lives is, it's huge.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though, right? This whole AI revolution, it's still pretty early.
True. We don't want to get all hyped up about flying cars and robot butlers and then be disappointed when they don't, actually materialize.
Exactly. But even if those futuristic scenarios are still a ways off, what we're seeing now with AI, it's already making a real difference.
Right. And that's what makes it so fun to talk about. We're seeing this massive shift in technology, and it could change everything.
Absolutely. And like any big change, there are going to be, both challenges and opportunities. But if we understand what AI can actually do, then we can be better prepared for whatever comes next and hopefully use this technology for good.
Well said. And speaking of preparing for the future, I think it's time we talk about how this AI agent thing is going to impact software development. It's about to change everything about how software gets built. Okay, so we've talked about how powerful these AI agents are and how they could, change everything from customer service to like our everyday lives. But this whole shift to an AI agent-driven world, it also brings up some big questions about the future of software development. It's like, how do you even build software in a world where apps might not even exist? It's a huge shift, for sure. I mean, think about it. Right now, software development is all about building applications, right? With user interfaces, menus, buttons, all that stuff.
Right, all the stuff we're used to seeing and clicking on.
Exactly. But if AI agents become the main way we interact with software, then the whole game changes. It's not about designing those visual interfaces anymore.
So instead of focusing on what the software looks like, developers would be focusing on what, like the brains behind the AI.
Yeah, exactly. It becomes less about visual design and more about like crafting the logic and the decision-making processes of these AI agents, how they learn, how they adapt, all that stuff.
So software engineers are going to need a whole new set of skills.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're talking about like a much deeper understanding of AI, machine learning, natural language processing. These would be the like core skills for any software developer in this AI-driven future.
It's almost like instead of building the software itself, developers would be more like teachers, right? Like they'd be teaching these AI agents how to think and learn.
That's a great way to put it. It's like training an apprentice almost. And it also means that, the tools and technologies we use for software development, they'd need to evolve too. Like we might see completely new programming languages pop up, specifically designed for building and managing AI agents.
Whoa, that's a whole new world of software development. It makes you wonder, though, what happens to the traditional way of building software? Like, does it just disappear?
It's hard to say for sure, but I think it'll probably be more of a gradual shift. Like we're already seeing AI being used in software development today, things like code generation and automated testing. And those trends are only going to get bigger.
So maybe we'll end up in a world where some software still has those traditional interfaces, but other stuff is handled completely by AI agents.
Yeah, like a hybrid approach. It's definitely possible.
Right.
And it'll be interesting to see how companies adapt, right?
Yeah.
Do they go all in on AI agents? Or do they try to hold on to the old ways of doing things?
That's a good question. And it brings up another one. If companies need to adapt to this AI-driven future, what about investors? Like, how do they even evaluate tech companies in this new world?
Totally. Investors would definitely need to change their thinking. Instead of looking for the company with like the coolest app or the prettiest interface, they'd need to start evaluating companies based on their AI capabilities. Like how advanced are their AI agents? What kind of learning algorithms are they using? How are they handling, data privacy and security within their AI systems? These are the questions that would really matter.
It's like the definition of a tech company would change completely.
For sure. And it wouldn't just be software companies either. This would affect like pretty much every industry. Healthcare, finance, manufacturing, they'd all be looking for ways to use AI agents.
It feels like we're on the verge of something massive here, like as big as the internet.
Definitely a paradigm shift. We can't predict exactly how it's all going to play out, but it's going to be wild.
I think that's a great place to wrap things up. This whole deep dive into AI agents, it's been mind-blowing. It's clear that this technology has the potential to reshape our world in ways we can't even imagine yet. But as with any revolution, there will be challenges and opportunities along the way.
Absolutely. The future is being shaped right now. And the decisions we make about how we develop and use AI, those are going to determine what that future looks like.
So to everyone listening, keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep asking those tough questions. This world of AI agents, it's evolving fast, and it's up to all of us to make sure it's a future we can all be excited about.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, keep on diving deep.